Stay at home, make life better. Light a candle, make a fist stand together. With that social distance, sharing smiles from afar. We can get through this alone together.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast, and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts, and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring, and George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil, chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
Literally a strange subspecies of two-legged creatures that are going berserk to protect illegal invaders that will rape their children, child sex traffic, invade their homes, and continue to rip off an estimated $9 billion plus tax dollars from the hardworking people in Minnesota.
Okay, so there was another shooting, another fatal shooting in Minneapolis, Minnesota, involving an ICE agent, with the bad guys once again on the receiving end of that fatal shooting. And this bad guy is a guy that didn't dress like a guy. This guy looks like he's of an ilk that should not exist on Earth. Looks like someone of an ilk in which the less of them on Earth, the better. Ideally, if there's zero of them on Earth, that would be the thing. But, yeah, people like this roaming the face of the Earth, and even if he didn't mess with an ICE agent, just for that alone, he should have been removed from society, separated from society by any means necessary. And what happened was this guy attacks or runs at ICE agents or runs at federal agents while armed. A federal agent disarms him, and then he lunges for his weapon again with full intent to use it on all the federal agents surrounding him. And then another federal agent, in self-defense, shoots this man dead. This man, who I do not respect with she, her pronouns or they, them pronouns, this man, this he, him, or it, is Alex Pretty. And, yeah, he ain't pretty. He's dead. And there's something about this variety of people. He obviously is a groomer. He's got the official uniform of the groomer. And he obviously wants to indoctrinate or intended to indoctrinate the children and make them like many children of today's celebrities. You notice there's such a vast amount of children of celebrities who are coming out as supposedly trans, There's something wrong with that. That can't be real. The only thing real about that is that these poor fucking kids are brainwashed. And people like this, had he not been taken off the face of the earth, will be out there grooming your kids. He was already an RN. And RN does not mean real N-word. Okay, it means registered nurse. And he was also registered for concealed carry of a firearm. And he ran at federal agents while armed. I mean, it's one thing you could be legally armed. You could even be legally armed while at a protest. But don't be legally armed at a protest, opposed to law enforcement, while shoulder to shoulder with law enforcement. There's no law against it, but it's stupid, and you deserve what you get if your head gets blown off. You really do. Common sense. Don't fuck with armed law enforcement. While armed, you will lose. You'll get your fucking head blown off. And rightfully so, for being so fucking stupid. It's Sunday, and these weird fucks are making me curse. So here it is, January 25th, 2026. And a cross-dressing activist named Alex Pretty ran at federal agents while armed, became disarmed, and was shot to death when he lunged to regain access to his weapon with full intent to shoot and kill all surrounding federal agents. That is the story. Alex Pretty was a freaking wild animal, and by the way he dresses, a sicko. Okay? People that do this and walk around like this should be embarrassed of themselves. You heard it from me. People that walk around dressed like this should be embarrassed of themselves. Okay? They should be the laughing stock of the neighborhood. If this guy was walking around, even if a picture of him like this escaped the internet and he walked around the neighborhood in normal clothes, and he was seen walking around in normal clothes, I would encourage everybody, if this guy was in our neighborhood, I would encourage everybody from the neighborhood who has a memory of this guy dressed like this to throw things at this guy walking around the neighborhood if he was in this neighborhood. And call him all kinds of names pertaining to incorrect sexual orientation. That is how I feel about this guy. This guy's a freaking animal. This guy is one of them gender-confused fliptards. And even when he's in his regular guy clothes or male presenting or whatever you want to call it, he looks like one of those wimpy, wussy Williamsburg latte fuckers. I don't even call them yuppies and hipsters anymore. I call them latte fuckers. You know, he when he's not dressing like a broad, he's fucking lattes. And don't speak ill of the dead. Unless they're fucking sickos and wild animals like this bro over here. This big, burly, bearded bro in a dress. And they'll tell a normal guy, they'll tell normal, regular guys, not normal, regular, non-Muslim guys like you and me, well, he's in a dress, he's pretty, his name is even pretty. And if you don't want to fuck him when he's dressed like that, you're transphobic, you're a bigot, you ought to have rocks thrown at you, You ought to be doxxed. You ought to be fired from your job. You ought to be humiliated. You ought to get the shit knocked out of you while you're begging for change from losing your job for being such a transphobe. And that's how these people insist you ought to treat fucking weirdos like this. Worse than, he already committed something worse than attempting to attack a federal agent. He went through life looking like this. He went through life at least having this as one dimension of his life, as one aspect of his life. I don't have a single decimal of an aspect of my life that is anything like this. I promise you that. I will never get caught doing the opposite of what I just told you. I don't do this. Normal people don't do this. People like this, whether they attack federal agents or not, probably should be penetrated with bullets by federal agents, because it's only a matter of time before they attempt to violently rape a young boy. These are sickos, and why does my mind go to that right away? Because I've seen the pattern with people like this. I pick up the papers, I read stories about people like this. When you hear about child rape, it's always either some fat hillbilly guy or some liberal guy with a beard and glasses, or something like this. Or I should say some cross-dressing weirdo. Or something like this, which is a hybrid of a liberal with a beard and glasses and a cross-dressing weirdo. It's always something like this, somewhere in the mix. So when I see something like this, I already know this is a person that either has raped a child or will rape a child. Take them out. Separate them from society by any means necessary. These people are punks. They are classless, white trash, so many levels of hell where belong the left. And I assure you, there is at least one level of hell where a certain someone who was shot to death now resides. Because he went against God. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati. Like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. Stay strong. Keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building. Founding father figure of industrial rap. Master of sound quality. Hip-hop legend and recording engineer. Underground rock and roll hero. MC Too Tall. All right. Be good.